Today I'm going to take you through a fast flow to crow series. It's the same class that's on this channel, just a little bit shorter. You're going to move quicker through the postures, so there'll be a little less explanation. So if you need more information, go ahead and click on that other video, Flow to Crow. This is a faster version of that class. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat at the top of the mat, either sitting on your heels or crisscross applesauce. Draw your eyes closed and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, roll them back down and away. Again, inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, release them down. One more, inhale, shoulders lift up. Exhale, draw them back down and away. I invite you to set an intention or maybe a dedication for your practice. If you didn't come with one already, I offer up the intention of focusing on the exhale. We'll seal up these intentions with one breath together. First, exhale all the stale air from your lungs. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. You may begin to blink your eyes open, first gazing toward the fingertips, then go ahead and roll onto your back. We're going to start on our backs today. Bring your hands straight up so that your palms are flexed toward the ceiling. Direct wrists directly over those shoulders. Then go ahead and bring your knees into a tabletop position. We're going to come into some crow crunches. So as you exhale, you'll bring your knees to the outer arms and lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, expand, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, expand, lower down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, expand, lower down. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch and hold for 3, 2, 1. Take hold of the backs of the thighs. Rock and roll through to your tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. As you inhale, find your cow pose. Gaze lifts. And as you exhale, cat pose, round and curl the spine. Again, inhale, cow pose, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, cat pose, navel in and up. Again, inhale to cow pose. And then exhale, cat pose, round and curl. Inhale to a neutral spine. Extend the right arm out in front of you, thumb up, the left leg long behind you. Then exhale, knee to elbow crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. This time, replace your hand and knee on the mat. Extend your left arm out in front of you, your right leg long behind you. On your next exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, replace your hand and knee on the mat. Find one more inhale to cow pose. Then as you exhale, tuck the toes, pike the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Maybe bend the right knee. Then exhale as you straighten, bend the left knee. And exhale as you straighten. On your next inhale, lift the heels. On your next exhale, sink them lower. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, bend knees, scoop hips up and back, down dog. Again, inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, bend knees, scoop hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, bend knees, scoop hips up and back, down dog. On this time, inhale, roll forward, high plank. As you exhale, drop the knees, keep the hips lifted, lower the chest and chin between the hands, knees, chest, chin. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale to slide to your belly, peel up the head, neck, and chest for baby cobra. Hold for 3. Little to no weight in the hands. 2. Elbows press down toward the mat. 1. On your next inhale, press through the palms, but keep a slight bend in the elbows. When the thighs are down, keep the elbows slightly bent to prevent yourself from hunching here. Then when you're ready, make your way through tabletop to your downward facing dog. If you'd like to advance to that full chaturanga, you're welcome to. Go ahead and roll forward to high plank. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows in, shift the weight into your toes, bringing the shoulder heads over the fingertips, then bring that 90-degree angle into the elbows. Lower forward and down. Hold. Inhale to the tops of the feet, arms are straight, thighs lift for upward facing dog. Alternatively, you could also do cobra pose. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, knees bend, take small steps toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up. Exhale, hands by sides. Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutations A. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog for 5. Release the shoulders. 4. Navel in and up. 3. Think inner thighs toward the sky. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up. Exhale, hands by sides. Again, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog for 5. Think about scrubbing the limbs toward one another. 4. Release the shoulders. 3. It's okay to bend the knees. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up. Exhale, hands by sides. Last one. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, Chaturanga, one long line from the crown of your head to your heels. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog for 5. Think biceps up, elbows down. 4. Spread the shoulder blades wide. 3. Engage the abdominals. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up. Exhale, hands by sides. Surya Namaskar B, knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, step or float. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel drops, rise up to warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, plant palms, step the right foot back, Chaturanga. Full inhale, full exhale. Left foot forward, right heel drops, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, Chaturanga. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to down dog for 5. Imagine planting the crown of your head in the center of your mat. 4. Release the shoulders. 3. Breathe fuller. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands by sides. Last time. Knees bend, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, step or float. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel drops, rise up, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Draw the rib cage in. 3. Inner thighs toward the sky. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose, and hold for 5. Peek down and make sure you can see your toes. 4. Think seat low, chest high. 3. Think about rolling the hips under, get the abdominals engaged. 2. 1. Exhale the hands to the hips, come to stand. Hop or step your feet hips distance. Take your inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, option to bend the knees. Using index and middle fingers, wrap your fingers around your 2 big toes. Take your inhale to look up, lengthen. Then exhale, fold deeper, Padangusthasana for 5. Bend the knees as much as you need to reach the toes. 4. Bend the elbows on the outer edges of the shins. 3. Release the shoulders. Think about lifting the hips. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, step on palms, toes to wrist, Padangusthasana, and fold for 5. Step into the ball mounds of the feet, drawing the hips over the heels. 4. Keep breathing, relaxing shoulders. 3. Relax the head and neck. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Bend deeply into knees and elbows and move the knees to the outer upper arm. On the outside of the arms here, squeeze the knees in tight. Then on your inhale, lift up through your back like cat pose here. Dome out so your mid-back is the highest point and come to your toes. Walk the heels in close behind you here. Lift your chin, look out on the floor in front of you. Hold here or lift your right heel into your right glute, keeping the left toes on the mat for 3, 2, 1. Drop the right toes down, lift the left toes for 3. Navel back, 2. Squeeze elbows, squeeze knees. 1. Drop it down, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Spin your left heel down at a 45-degree angle. Rise up to warrior 1 on the right for 5. Think left hip forward, right hip back. 4. Root down in the nice side edge of the back foot. 3. Gaze up to your thumbs. 2. 1. Exhale the hands behind the back, catch elbows or take reverse prayer. Straighten out the right leg. As you inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, fold forward with a flat spine and stop before the right knee bends. Hold for 5. Gaze to your right big toe. 4. Engage the right quad to stretch that right hamstring. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale the left arm out in front of you, thumb up. Maybe grab a block and place it on the outside of the right foot. Plant your left hand on the block and send your right hand to the sky for revolved triangle. Always an option to place both hands on the top of the right thigh to give you some more space for 5. Work towards straight legs, straight arms. 4. Think about moving the hips toward the right. 3. Square your shoulders to the side of the room. 2. 1. Exhale the hands down. Take your inhale to look up, then Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog for the other side. Left foot forward, right heel drops, rise up, inhale. Warrior one on the left for 5. Strong bend in the left knee. 4. Root down through the knife side edge of that right foot. 3. Square up hips to the short edge of your mat. 2. 1. Exhale the hands behind the back, catch opposite elbows or take reverse prayer, then straighten out the left leg. On your inhale, lift the chest. On your exhale, fold forward, think chin to shin. Intense side stretch for 5. Think about scrubbing the legs toward one another. Ignite the inner thighs. 3. Keep breathing. 2. Gaze to that left big toe. 1. Take your inhale to look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale the right arm out in front of you, thumb up. Exhale, find revolve triangle with the right hand on the outside of the left foot, maybe on a block, or maybe both hands are on the top of the left thigh. Work towards straight arms and straight legs for 5. Navel back. 4. Peel the chest open toward the ceiling. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Exhale the hands down, frame out the left foot. As you inhale to look up, then exhale Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands and come up high on the left heel. Rise up to your high crescent lunge on the right. Your right knee is bent over right ankle. Your left leg is as straight as you can get it. Your left heel is lifted. Hold for 5. Draw the navel back. 4. If you were to bend your back knee, you'd be in those 90-90 lunges just like in the gym. 3. Think right hip back and left hip forward. 2. 1. Plant the fingertips on either side of the right foot. Be mindful your right knee doesn't cross the toes when you do so. You may have to lengthen your stance here. Always an option to bring blocks under your palms on either side of the foot. Think about pressing the hips forward and lifting the chest for your equestrian pose. Keep that left leg straight. Take a full inhale, finish setting up. Then as you exhale, straighten out the front leg and draw the forehead toward the shin for your pyramid pose. Both sets of toes stay facing that short edge of your mat. Your back heel stays slightly lifted. On your next inhale, rock forward to equestrian pose. Chest lifts, gaze lifts, bending into that right knee. And then as you exhale, you straighten the right leg, draw the forehead down. Pyramid pose. One more. Inhale, take it forward, find your equestrian pose. And then exhale, take it back, find your pyramid pose. Inhale, rock forward, bend into right knee. Exhale, root through the palms, step the right foot back, Chaturanga. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel high, rise up, high crescent lunge on the left. Left knee over left ankle, arms lift up toward the sky, gaze to thumbs for 5. Think right hip forward, left hip back. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Ribcage knits in. 2. 1. Ground the fingertips on either side of the left leg. Maybe you have blocks under your hands. Wherever you are, slide the right toes far enough back that the left knee doesn't cross the toes. Hold here for the inhale. Then as you exhale, straighten out the front leg. Draw the forehead to the shin for your pyramid pose. You can always have those blocks under your hands. Inhale, take it forward to your equestrian pose. And then exhale, take it back, pyramid pose. One more. Inhale, take it forward, equestrian pose, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round and curl, pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the left knee, take your chest forward. And then as you exhale, root through the palms, step the left foot back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel high. Rise up to that high crescent lunge on the right. Full inhale to the top of the pose. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Twist to the right, left elbow crosses right thigh. Gaze over your right shoulder for your revolved crescent for 5. Then crown of the head toward the front of the room. 4. Engage your left inner thigh. Stay square. 2. Keep breathing. Stay twisted. In 1, gaze down to your right foot. Step your left foot forward to meet your right, landing in your revolved chair. Gaze back over that right shoulder for 5. Don't let the left knee creep in front of the right. 4. Think hips toward the right. Find the twist. 3. Hips lower than the chest. 2. 1. Inhale to chair pose. Keep the knees bent. Exhale, chair twist to the same side. Left elbow across right thigh. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, chair twist. 1 more. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, chair twist. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, option to stay here or come to drinking bird by sweeping the arms long behind you, squeezing the ankles together and coming to your toes for 5. Chest high, seat low. 4. Engage the abdominals. 3. Squeeze the ankles together. 2. Squeeze the thighs together. 1. Drop the heels, lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace your hands behind your back. As you inhale, lift the chest. Drag the knuckles toward the heels. As you exhale, forward fold with bound hands. Release the palms on the inhale, knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace fingers, inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. This time, toe heel your feet out to the edges of the mat. So the mat bisects the arch of your foot. Knees and toes are tracking in the same direction. Then gently sink down to your Malasana Yogi squat with your elbows on your inner thighs, pressing the knees open. Drop the hips between the heels and lift the chest, looking toward the sky. Option to stay here, or if this is uncomfortable for any reason, you can come up higher into your goddess pose. If you're finding that your heels are not touching the mat, try stepping a little wider or placing a blanket under your heels and a block under your seat. This can also relieve any knee or hip pressure. We're going to hold for 5. Find the squeeze of the knees on the upper arms. 4. That's the same squeeze you're going for in your crow pose. 3. Find an abdominal engagement here. 2. 1. Exhale the hands down. Maybe find your blocks. We're going to come into some crow pose practice here. So for the first one, we're going to place our blocks like columns in front of our middle fingers. The shoulder heads are going to land on those blocks. Now, don't put all your weight in the blocks. They won't hold you completely, but they'll help you get a sense of how far forward you need to go to be able to lift your heels. So set up like we did at the beginning of class. Keep those knees on the outer upper arms. Plant those blocks in front of the shoulder heads. And then work to squeeze the elbows toward one another. The tendency is to let them splay out here. Walk the heels in close behind you, coming up high on the toes. Squeeze the knees in, squeeze the elbows in. Then begin to go forward, bringing the elbows over the wrists, bringing that 90-degree angle into the elbows. Squeeze everything in tight, landing those shoulders on those blocks. Then begin to lift the chin. Once you're lifting the chin, maybe you begin to straighten the arms, lifting up off those blocks. Try this out for a 5 count. Maybe you just hold. 4. Keep breathing. Focus on the exhale. 3. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze the elbows together. That will give you more lift. 2. Focus on going forward. 1. Exhale. Lower down. Go ahead and step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel high. Rise up to your high crescent lunge on the left. Full inhale to the top, set up, square up. Your right heel is high this time. And then exhale the hands to heart center. Twist to the left, right elbow crosses left thigh for revolved crescent. For 5, collarbones wide. 4, engage the right inner thigh to help stabilize you. 3, keep breathing. 2, stay twisted. In 1, look down at the left foot, step your right foot forward, find your revolved chair. Don't let your right knee creep in front of the left. For 5, gaze over left shoulder. 4, hips move toward the left. 3, engage the obliques. 2, here come those twists. In 1, inhale to chair pose, come to center, and then exhale, chair twist to the left. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, chair twist, same side. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, chair twist, same side. Inhale to chair pose. Stay here or come to drinking bird for 5. Thighs squeeze, ankles squeeze. 4. Seat sinks low. 3. Triceps higher. 2. 1. Exhale the heels down. Lift the arms on the inhale. And then exhale, come to stand. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace fingers. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand, interlace fingers, inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. This time, toe heel the feet out to the edges of your mat. Find your Malasana Yogi Squat side 2. Take whatever options you took on the other side, or modify if you need to. Hold for 5. Really find the engagement of the knees on the outside of the upper arms, squeezing those inner thighs together. 4. Breathe fuller. 3. 2. 1. I'm going to set you up for one of 2 crow pose drills. If you're finding that you are having trouble going forward, this next drill you'll do is placing one block on its highest height directly under where your forehead would land. That'll help you measure out the distance of how far you need to go forward to be able to lift those heels up. Again, the block won't hold you, so if you go for this pose, make sure you're not putting all the pressure in that block. So go ahead and set up, squeezing the knees into the outer arms, walking the heels in close behind you, squeezing the heels together if they're close enough to touch. And really think about lifting up through the ribcage like cat pose, drawing the navel back, squeezing the elbows and the knees together. Your mid-back should be your highest point, so try to drop the hips in line with the shoulders. When you're ready, go forward into your hands, bending into those elbows, and plant the head on the block. Then when you're ready, you can lift one heel and then maybe the other. Once you feel comfortable, you can begin to lift the chin, lifting the head off that block. If you're finding that you feel like your hips are constantly falling down and are too heavy, a second option is to place your blocks at the back of your mat. Place one block at the back of your mat and to balance on that block with your feet. So place the ball mounds of your feet on that block, squeezing the heels together. That'll help you know how close the feet have to be. So you'll plant those hands on the mat, come back into that crow prep pose we've done several times already. Draw the navel in and then begin to go forward, keeping that chin lifted. Once you're comfortable, lift one heel, then maybe the other. Balancing, knowing you can always press those toes back down and hold. I'll give you a 5 count to try either or both options. 5. Squeeze everything in. 4. If you're going for straight arm crow, the shoulder heads have to go beyond the fingertips just like chaturanga. 3. Keep breathing. Drop the hips. Don't let the hips be higher than the shoulders. 2. Mid back reaches up. 1. Wherever you are, step or maybe jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana, being mindful of any blocks that might be in your way. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Right foot forward, left heel high. Rise up to that high crescent lunge on your inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shift weight into the right foot as you lift your left leg up, parallel with the mat, warrior 3. Option to extend the arms long out in front of you for 5. Square off the hips. 4. Collarbones high. 3. Engage every muscle in the left leg. Don't let the ankle hang down. 2. Keep the left leg lifted. In 1, plant the palms on the mat, standing split. Lift the left leg higher. It's okay to bend that right knee to help balance yourself. It's okay to bring blocks under the palms. Hold for 5. Try to draw the left hip down in line with the right. 4. Think inner thigh toward the ceiling. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Exhale the left foot down. Go ahead and wrap your index and middle finger around your left big toe and come to stand holding on to your left big toe. Balance challenge. So your left knee is into your chest, your right hand is on your hip. We're coming into big toe hold. Option to take hold of the outer edge of that left knee and work on your balance. Or you can keep hold of that toe and work the thigh toward the chest, working with a bent leg. Further option to straighten out that left leg for big toe hold for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Make sure the leg does some of its own lifting. 3. Try to keep the heel coming directly out of that hip. 2. 1. As you exhale, left leg goes left, gaze goes right for 5. Breathe full for 4. You can take that knee if you need to. 3. Square shoulders, chest higher. 2. Think about leaning a little forward. 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the knee, release the foot. Straighten out your leg wherever you are, but keep it lifted for 5. Think about toe in, heel out. 4. Chest a little forward. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Exhale the left foot down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga step or float. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel high, rise up, high crescent lunge on the left. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shift weight into the left leg as you launch the right leg up, parallel to the mat for warrior 3. This time, option to sweep the arms long behind you, pinkies up for 5. Breathe full. 4. Strong right leg. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Standing split. Ground the palms. Lift the right heel higher. Hold for 5. Think forehead to shin. 4. Right hip down. 3. Right inner thigh toward the sky. 2. 1. Forward fold. Drop the right foot next to the left. Use your index and middle finger around your right big toe. Then come to stand for a balanced transition with that right knee into the chest. Again, you can take a hold of the knee. You can keep a hold of the toe and work with a bent leg. Or you can begin to straighten out that leg. Hold for 5. One leg's always harder than the other. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Think chest a little forward. 2. 1. Take your right leg to the right, gaze to the left for 5. Full audible breaths. 4. Do your best. 3. Square hips, square shoulders. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Square up. Release the toe. Release the knee. Straighten out that right leg and hold for 5. Point through the toe. 4. Engage the right quad. 3. You can do anything for 2. 1. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel drops. Unwind warrior 2 on the right. Right knee bends over right ankle. Left foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Square up hips and shoulders toward the side of your mat, and then send your gaze over your right middle finger for 5. Be mindful the right knee doesn't cross the right toes. 4. Think about peeling that right knee open. 3. Root down through the back foot. 2. Squeeze the heels toward one another. 1. Exhale your right forearm to your right thigh. Sweep your left hand overhead, extended side angle. The angle comes from your left middle finger all the way down to your left heel. Turn your left elbow crease to face your forehead here and peel your chest toward the sky, engaging the side obliques on your right side. Hold or drop down to full extended side angle for 5. If you're dropping down with the right hand on the outside of the right foot, be mindful your right thigh is parallel to the mat. 4. Press as much weight into your left foot as you do your right. 3. Breathe fuller. 2. 1. Inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale, hands to hips. Straighten out your front leg. Turn the toes in and the heels out. Take your inhale to lift your chest. And then exhale, come to your wide leg forward fold with your hands between the feet. It's okay to bend the knees here. Work on lifting the hips toward the sky. For 5. Imagine drawing your hips over the heels. 4. Breathe fuller. 3. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise up to your warrior 2. Exhale, reverse, send your right arm overhead, gaze up to your right thumb. Cartwheel those hands down to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel drops, rise up warrior 2 on the left. Root down through the knife side edge of the back foot for 5. Breathe full audible breaths. 4. Imagine pressing the air away from your arms. 3. 2. 1. Extended side angle, forearm to thigh or hand outside the foot. Wherever you are, make sure you're peeling the chest open toward the sky and your right shoulder doesn't point toward the mat. For 5. Take that right shoulder back. 4. Long line from your right middle finger to your right heel. 3. Engage the left obliques. 2. 1. Inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale the hands behind the back. Clasp the palms together. Take your inhale to straighten out that front leg, turning the toes in and the heels out. Then drag the knuckles toward the heels. As you exhale, find your wide leg forward fold with the hands overhead for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Release shoulders. 3. Think hips high. 2. 1. Exhale the hands to the hips. Take your inhale to look up halfway. Then slowly rise up to your warrior 2 on the left. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel those hands down to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Full inhale to up dog or cobra. Full exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward high plank. Hold for 5. It's okay to drop to your knees. 4. You can also drop to forearms. 3. Think about drawing your hip bones closer to your lowest rib. 2. Elbow creases spin forward. Index fingers stay parallel. 1. Begin to shift your weight forward and back. Forward into your toes and then back into your heels. Shift your weight forward, shift your weight back. Shift your weight forward, take it back. Take your weight forward, take your weight back. Take your weight forward, take your weight back. Hold at center. Send your right foot to the right, bring it back to center. Left foot to the left, bring it back to center. Right center, left center, right center, left center, right center, left center, right center, left center. Hold. Take your inhale. Then as you exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Gaze forward between your thumbs. Walk, step, or float through to a seat. Press your feet down into the mat, knees point up toward the ceiling. Take your hands behind your thighs. As you inhale, lift the chest, straighten out the back. As you exhale, draw your whole torso back until you feel a catch in your abdominals or your feet begin to lift. Stay here or bring your heels into a tabletop position and extend the arms. For Navasana for 5. Breathe full. 4. Option to straighten the legs. 3. 2. Low boat in 1. Heels and chest drop 6 inches off the mat. Gaze to navel for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Do your best. 3. 2. 1. Inhale up to high boat. Hold for 5. Maybe lift the arms. 4. Do your best. 3. 2. 1. Drop the heels. Elongate the legs out in front of you. Press the palms down into the mat beside the hips. Press down so much you lift your chest, engaging all the depressors in your neck and back, releasing the shoulders. Take your inhale to lift your chest higher. Then exhale, tuck your chin for Dandasana for 5. Engage the shoulder blades. 4. Navel back. 3. Sit up taller. 2. 1. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold for 8. Think about squeezing the ankles together. 7. Notice if your feet are flopped open. 6. Draw the big toe mounds toward one another, squeezing every part of the foot together. 6. Engage the quads as you stretch the hamstrings. 5. It's okay to work with bent knees here. Then think about lifting the hips to stretch out the glutes. 5. Release the shoulders. 4. Breathe fuller. With every exhale, get a little deeper. 3. 2. 1. On your next inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Draw the sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh for Janu Shriyasana. Square up over the left leg. Lift your arms. And then exhale, forward fold. For an added challenge, take the right wrist with the left hand beyond the foot for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Right shoulder down. 3. The more you engage the left quad, the more you straighten that left hamstring. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up. Exhale, release, switch it out. Right leg long, sole of the left foot into the right inner thigh. Inhale the arms overhead, square up. Then exhale, fold. Catch the left wrist with the right hand beyond the foot for 5. Think chin to shin. 4. Final length through the back of the leg. 3. Breathe fuller. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Option to sit on a block here if you have tight hips or hamstrings. Bring the elbows to the inner thighs. Grab hold of the ankles or feet. As you inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, fold for 5. Draw the navel back. 4. Release shoulder tension. 3. 2. 1. Take your inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Close the knees like a book. Remove the block from under your seat and recline onto your back for bridge pose. Walk your feet in so close you can touch them with the tips of your middle fingers. Then turn your toes slightly in and your heels slightly out. On your inhale, lift your hips to knee height. Option to place a block under your sacrum for a more supported posture. Or if you'd like something deeper, you can walk your shoulder heads under your back, clasp your palms together, and press the forearms down into the mat for 5. Relax the glutes here. This is not a glute bridge. 4. Breathe fuller. 3. Shape the spine. 2. 1. Exhale, release down, remove the block. Maybe move the knees from left to right. If you'd like to take Urdhva Dhanurasana for your second and third back bends today with the hands behind the shoulders, you're welcome to. You're also welcome to place blocks under the palms if you're looking for something deeper. Wherever you are, set up. Take supported regular bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana, and on your inhale, lift up for 5. If you're going for Urdhva Dhanurasana, make sure the toes are in and the heels are out to protect the knees and the low back. 4. Press the chest through the arms. 3. Step down into the feet. 2. 1. Exhale, lower down. Move the knees from left to right. Set up for your third and final back bend. If you did Urdhva Dhanurasana and you want to try stepping your hands and feet a little closer to each other on this one, you're welcome to. On your inhale, lift up. Hold for 5. Think about drawing your lowest rib in line with your hip bone. 4. Breathe full. 3. Relax the head, relax the forehead. 3. Breathe fuller. 2. 1. Exhale, lower down. Slowly roll on up and take a relaxed forward fold here, releasing all the muscles at the back, keeping the legs straight and strong, pressed together. Hold for 3. 2. 1. Recline back down for shoulder stand, our inversion today. You're also welcome to take legs up a wall by physically placing your legs up against a wall or placing a block under your hips with your heels to the sky and relaxing your head, neck, and chest down. If you're taking shoulder stand, press the palms into the low back and squeeze the elbows as close together as you can as you roll the hips over the face, and then press the feet away from the face. You should not be able to see your feet when you look up. It should be over those hips, not over the face. Hold for 5. Draw the abdominals in. 4. Do your best. 3. Stay here. 2. Stay longer. 1. Take another 5. Squeeze the legs together. 4. Engage every muscle in the feet. 3. Keep breathing. 2. If you're in shoulder stand and you'd like to drop the toes beyond the face for your plow pose, you can. Keep the hands on the low back unless the toes touch. Hold for 5. Keep the legs straight here. 4. Toes are close together behind the head. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Gently soften the knees for your ear pressure pose. Maybe your shins touch, maybe they don't. Keep the hands on the low back if you need to. For 3. 2. 1. Gently roll on out. Bring the thighs in close to you. Hold on to the backs of the thighs and rock from left to right for a modified happy baby. You can also take the outer edges of the feet for a full happy baby, but work the tailbone toward the floor so you've got one flat back on the ground. Hold for an inhale and an exhale. Again, full inhale. Exhale. Release the feet. Draw the knees in close. Hug them into the body. Take a full inhale, taking in as much air as you can as you draw your forehead toward your knees. And then on your exhale, expand out, release out, letting your arms be wide, letting your feet flop open. And just breathe here for Savasana, final rest. Slowly begin to bring movement back into fingers and toes. Maybe draw circles with ankles and wrists. Reawaken the limbs. Reawaken the breath. When you're ready, stretch your arms long overhead to the wall behind you as you stretch your toes down long in front. Take a full inhale and then exhale to your favorite side. The right side tends to be more restful, the left side more energizing. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to your practice, for using every breath and finding relaxation in your savasana. When you're ready, with as little effort as possible and eyes still closed, rock yourself up to a comfortable seat facing the front of the room. We'll inhale the hands to heart center and exhale to draw the shoulders back down and away. I'll leave you with the Mangala mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhi no Bhavantu. May beings everywhere be happy and be free. We bring our thumbs to third eye center, our seat of intuition, and bow forward to say namaste.